How's it going? Can everybody hear me okay? I hope so. I feel like every single time I have a stream, I have something new going on everywhere. And I don't see a chat on YouTube. So that's what I'm wondering, is if people are chatting in YouTube and I'm just not seeing it. Oh yeah, everybody's chatting in YouTube. Okay, got it. That was odd. Well, anyway. Hi everybody. How's it going? So today, this might seem confusing because we have different chats like on the screen, and I'll swear, I actually don't mean to play this song again. We could move on to, here's an Autumn Patch. What's the name of this track? I'm just going through this folder of mine. Oh. I keep buying, I'm on my third device that does nothing but gives me volume for my monitors. And, yeah. Every one I've owned. This one is the Presonus one. I've owned the two Mackie ones, the Mackie Big Knob, and every single one of them gets super sticky pots and just stops, and like all the inputs stop working. And it's so funny because it's like literally the most basic device that you could possibly own. It's just a knob for volume and like two channels. Every single one. Those pots get very sticky. This music sounds like very ominous. Yeah. So, one day I would really, really like to get a monitor controller that actually, maybe they have like an optical one, if anybody's ever seen like an optical volume leveler. I'm going to move this up a little bit. So, I now have a boom pole. Which is not like a weird sex thing. It's this mic stand. It's no longer connected to my desk, which is nice. But yeah, anyway. So today, what you're looking at is a spout output. That's also not a weird sex thing. A spout output is, it's just basically music visualizers that I've made that are outputting to the screen. And then you'll see a little chat window to your left. And that is from one of the channels on my Discord server, the Sim Selections channel. If you're a member of my Patreon or my Discord, if you go to that Sim Selections folder, now would not be a good time to admit that you've killed someone. You would want to do that in a different channel because this one will be broadcast live for the rest of the stream. The reason why I am broadcasting this live is because Sim Selections is the name that my patrons and the people involved have chosen for what is not a competition, but just sort of a group songwriting party, really. I don't really have any other word for it. And so, yeah. It's pretty cool. It's pretty exciting, and that's what we're doing today. We're going to listen to them, and we're going to look at some visuals, and we're just going to shoot the shit. Also, something that you should know, something that I should bring up. I thought about bringing it up in my next video, but I don't want to make a video about it. So I'll just talk about it in my stream here. Two things that I should point out. How many consecutive viewers do I have right now? Yeah, okay, whatever. They'll see this in the beginning if they watch a replay. So 2 things. I haven't had a new video up in like almost 3 weeks now, which is the first time I've taken that long to make a video in well over a year. And I am in the process of making a video. I've been shooting one this week on a piece of gear, old school, like actually doing music stuff and not just screaming about NFTs and shit. And the reason this has taken me longer, one, I had transoral surgery on my thyroid, essentially. Nothing too serious or anything, but it did kind of put me out for like a week, and it made my voice a little difficult, and so just kind of, and then I've been on drugs for it, and so again, nothing serious. It just made it difficult to work on a video alongside the other things that I work on in my, whatever you call this life of mine. It's a career, but yeah. And the second reason is because I believe, I don't think that there is a such thing as a shadow ban on YouTube, but whatever is closest to shadow ban, I have received. And it is pretty much confirmed at this point, and I'm not sure why. And so I've been just trying to figure that out, to figure out what's going on with my channel, because, for example, the swamp video that I made like a month ago or however long ago it was, I think it's one of my best videos I've ever made. I put a lot of money, a lot of work into it, and yeah, it just performed. It didn't show up in anybody's sidebar. A lot of my subscribers didn't even see it. And so we've just been trying to figure, well, meaning me and whoever I'm emailing, trying to figure out what's going on. Is there a security issue? Is there, because sometimes YouTube does that if they think that somebody else has access to your account. And I'm not really sure, and I think it might just be that something detected that I was maybe doing something unsafe, and so therefore it wasn't showing it, or something. Maybe because I didn't use a certain tag in the video, or sometimes you have to like say that you have promotional content, and I had an audible thing in that video, and so I'm just trying to figure out what misstep I made, because that video cost a lot of money and time to make, and I want to make sure that I can keep making videos like that, because making videos like that is awesome, and I think videos like that are awesome, and I think that everybody who watched that video, except for a few people maybe, thought that it was better than most of the content I made on here. So yeah, all right, I'm looking at two different chats here. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, so I'm not totally sure why that happened, and I hope it doesn't happen in the future, but the last two videos have certainly been shadow banned. In comparison, if I look at my analytics, it's like, it's not like a slow decline. It's like literally I'm back to where I was in, December of 2019 or something. So trying to figure that out. I got a nice little like flock of seagulls going on over here. Okay, another thing that I want to talk about before we get into this that I should mention. As some of you know, if you follow me on Twitter or maybe even Instagram, I may have talked about this. I have an announcement coming soon, probably on June 1st. It's a big announcement. It's really ambitious. I don't think I'm going to do it on YouTube. I mean, I am going to do stuff on YouTube about it, but I don't know. I got to figure out how to announce it in a way where it makes sense to everybody. And it has to do with NFTs, and it has to do with the future, and it has to do with something that I'm very excited about, that I've put a lot of time and thought and ambitious work into. And no, it's not me having an NFT. It's much bigger than that. It's much cooler than that. And one thing that I need to mention right now, just to put it out there in case anybody has any ideas, I want to have a contest. And I have some pretty massive prizes for this contest, like bigger than any prize I've had for any contest before. And as some of you know, I've had like Polygon trackers as prizes and things like this. So, I mean, we're talking like straight up money. And I don't know how to host and vote them. And we're trying to figure out the best way to do that where everybody thinks that it's fair. So if anybody has any ideas regarding that, let me know what you think on, how everything can be hosted in one place and be voted on. And then I will have a panel of judges for like the top 10 that get voted on by the public. And it's also going to be a pretty short time frame. So, clear your schedules if you want to be part of this contest, because you're probably going to have about 10 days to make a track or submit a track. I'm not really sure if yeah, you'll know the rules when they come. I'm not going to say anything else, but very exciting things coming in the very near future, and plus a gear video. So, yeah, this is what's up. Angelo says that I've built a proof-of-stake NFT platform. More than that, I want, all I want to say right now is that the reason I've been critical of NFTs is not because I don't like the idea of NFTs in general. The reason I've been critical of NFTs is because I think that we started off just taking the simplest, most basic, ignorant route with it, and everybody, just didn't care about the environment, didn't care about minting fees, didn't care about and they just vomited their material out before anything could be developed to do it properly or do it in a way that's actually future thinking, and they just created artificial scarcity. And so it's not just me, it's a large team of people pushing this into a way that's actually useful, in a way that I think like 50% of you are going to be like, nah, that's too crazy. And the other 50% are going to be like, holy shit, that's amazing. Because I am so excited about it. Yeah. And it's, I'm sure a lot of people are just going to hear the word NFT and be like, nope, not interested. Or hear the word crypto and be like, nope, I'm not interested. And if that's the case, stop thinking of it that way. Because I don't think that NFTs are going to be useful if we keep calling them that, because that's just under the hood of what's to come next. So anyway, I sound like somebody who's like trying to raise seed money. Yeah. So, all right. Well, without giving any more, June 1st is coming too fast as it is. So, this is me up here that you could see here. That's my body scan from our simulacra video, or your simulacrum video, and yeah, and I just have a folder of weird unreleased things here that I'm just playing. I know I didn't want this to be a teaser. I just wanted to let everybody know, and I also wanted, in case anybody had any ideas, which is something that I'll bring up in the future, probably on my Patreon and stuff. Yeah. Look at this. I don't even know what's in this folder. I don't know why I'm just playing random music. Oh, it's in one of these folders. I got Once Upon a Time. So I've written music for a lot of ads. And once upon a time, I got asked to write a, basically I had okay, so I'm going to tell you a little story. This is once upon a time, I had an ad job that was so ambitious and crazy, and it was for a radio thing. It was for, I can't give names away because like, I think that's kind of I don't know. I can't like name companies or anything, but basically this was a major music hall, or performance place, a world famous one that had closed down for a bit and was reopening. It had gotten like remodeled and refurbished. And they wanted a radio song to sort of commemorate this. And so they're like, okay, we want you to write a theme. And in this theme, I'm going to give you all the rundowns of this, okay? So we want you to write a theme. In this theme, we want you to cover rock music, of course, like glam rock, 80s rock, metal, stuff like that. We want you to cover bluegrass. We want you to cover Indian contemporary. We want you to cover jazz, classical. We want you to cover like the span of how long this theater's been open. So start out from like 1900, and then, we also want to go to like all of the ethnic shows that we've seen, like Indian contemporary and those things later. Hip hop should be in there. EDM should be in there because they've had some EDM things. And they're like, so we want it to span all these things, and we want it to be a couple minutes long. And can we have it in like 48 hours. And I was like, excuse me? Like 40, like that's a lot of, and they're like, yeah, we want like real musicians playing and stuff. Can you make that happen within 48 hours? And I was like, I can try, I'll do my best. So, brew some strong coffee, some pseudoephedrine, that's what Donald Trump takes to stay awake too. Not that I aspire to be him, but that was just one of the things where I was like, I'm not gonna be able to sleep for 2 days, and just ping everybody I know that is a session musician in Chicago at the time and make this ridiculous track. And I'm gonna play it for you right now. Okay, so get that, keep that in mind, that this had to cover all of these genres all in one song with live musicians playing, and it all had to be the same melody, and it all had to work out. So, all right, yeah, this request is completely nuts. So I'm gonna play it for you. Here we go. So we start out with the EDM vibes. I'll just let you listen to it. I believe it's 3 minutes long, so. So we ended up with disco at the end there. And so all that in 48 hours, all those musicians, the vocalists, the string players, the horn players, made it all come together. And yeah, it all worked out. And the client said no. Didn't like it. pitched the idea, or threw the idea out, just said, nah, fuck it, we don't like it. So, if you ever wanted to get into writing music for ads, because it's easy, or because it's easy money, I wanna bring that reality to you that it's not easy money at all. It's very difficult work. It's very competitive, and not that anybody else wrote on that job. Like, I think that was like my ultimate challenge, where I was just like, yo, I really want to land this. I think that this is like the ultimate musician boot camp situation. But yeah, they were just like, nah, yeah, now that we hear it, we don't like it so much. So I got, the good news is that I got like a demo fee that wasn't that great, but a whole bunch of musicians got paid well, because you're paying ad industry rates. And the last thing that I wrote for advertisements was last year. The last thing that I wrote, like, straight up for ads. And just to give you a transition of how and this one should only be like 30 seconds or a minute or something, to give you a transition of how I've moved upon where I've just been like, it's my idea or it's nothing. And this was an ad for milk, and it was a very odd, like, dairy ad. And this was my submission. And after this, we'll go on to the other stuff. Of course, I don't want to just play you ad music all the time, but this is to show you how picky I've gotten now of where, like, the only time I work on ads, it's typically if something that I just want to work on and do my own thing. I really wish that I could show you the footage of that, but that would be like very it fit the footage. It worked. It got accepted and everything, and they're like, wow, that's crazy. We'll take it. All right, so let's actually play. I could play ad music all day. So we don't want to do that. Well, let's see. Where have I put that folder? Here it is. Okay. So, before I play these, I want to make sure that I have all of the titles on the screen of the artists. Actually, is that something you guys and girls want in the you in the Discord? Is that something that y'all want? Do you want your names, or do you just want it to be like anonymous, or what's going on? Because I could type in the names, I don't mind, but yeah, you let me know if you want your name posted here, if you just would rather it be anonymous. And yeah, I feel like the first person's just going to be, yeah. No, so, okay, so sorry. So I see Douglas's thing. Okay, name, please. Okay, got it. So, it's going to be in alphabetical order. I apologize. I don't know why I would apologize for that. Like, I hate the fucking alphabet, man. So, yeah, this is a stream for everybody, but my Patreon members said, yo, we want everybody to be able to enjoy the stream, so let it be public. I actually had a poll on there. I'm going to have another poll soon, too, regarding this stuff. I'm just joining what's going on. Yeah, we're listening to Patreon subscribers' music. We're basically, there's little songwriting parties that happen on the Discord server, and it's called Sim Selections, and we're checking them out. And yeah, so the first track. Also, by the way, I'm not gonna like. This isn't like a critique thing. This is just listening and enjoying. All right, here we go. Here comes the name. Boom. Here comes the file at some point. Spin up hard drive. Oh, I could change visuals too.
Bear witness to the karma that's bathed in the same anguish, on opposite ends of time but raised in the same language. Geometric symmetry locked in ever the same statements, rebel curvature's promises of golden chains weightless. I am speaking to the graceless fathers who stained pages, of the wild young animals braying in strange mangers, and seeking a home for the colors of every one of these angels made orphan by minds unable to break their plainness. This is the end of the flat landscape where the tides continuously wash aimless, and the desert sun sends them back to the sky by the baked day's end, because deep underground a collision is coming to crack the spine, the tameland, and shake the earth hard enough to crash upward a whole slew of new mountain ranges, giving rise to a topography echoing of strange dangers, a jungle riddled with stalking shapes appearing at all angles, the terror of mystery unknowable by even the bravest agents that will be born from the corpses where the old worlds lay wasted, and we will summon unto ourselves a new Eden across the lost pavement, now broken by vines and roots that lay under a rich canopy shaded, uniting all capable of seeing the far future where our fate sits, and together terraform the earth by the very biology it was made in.
That was very unexpected and cool. It was like it was like dying and then there being one of those like cafe lounges with like a slam poetry thing going on. And you know what? It's really funny. Yeah, I liked it, and it was really funny because I after hearing that milk track that I made, I kind of like expected it to just like pound into that milk track. Maybe I'll have to send the milk track over for a future collab or something. All right, I'm going to type in a new artist title. Yeah, that was very also I feel like any sort of poetry slash any sort of poetry slash like outwardly vocal stuff like that is very ballsy, you know. It's very I don't know if I want to use that word, but yeah, it's very courageous to put yourself out there like that, because you know I put reverb over all my feelings when I'm saying them. So yeah. All right, so next up, I think I got this right, unless the name of the artist is Big Spike Sampler, writing a song about Tim Harrison.
There's one called Volkswagen.
You should never burn a bridge that you once utilized frequently, because you never know. You never know.
Nice.
Don't go out bad. Don't go out bad. One degree go falling down. One degree go falling down.
Didn't come back up the same way.
Very nice. Yeah, I like that. I did. Again, totally unexpected. Very well mixed too. Like, yeah, it sounded really good through my headphones here. Yeah, I really like. Yeah, I feel like I can't hit that vibe ever, so I'm always intrigued by it. Like, I can't feel like I can't hit the W reggae vibe as well as a lot of other artists can. So I'm always like really intrigued by it. Very good job. All right, next up. Boom. I should probably choose a different. Wow. That was rad. That was really, really good. Yeah. Yeah, the whole vibe. So good. Yeah, drop a Bandcamp link in the YouTube chat if you want, because you'll get some sales. Yeah. Okay. So also for anybody wondering, for people asking about the visuals, I have quite a few here, and I've been doing this forever. My like audio visual obsession started back when I was trying to do stuff for live performances in 2013 with something called Treefield. And now, and back then it was like just trying to get things in small computers that could be like mounted to stage things without needing fans or cooling. And so I would have to try and make them as efficient as possible. So using a lot of the software that was made for visuals was difficult. So I used, I got into GLSL, which is, if you just search GLSL, you could find a whole bunch of things for, that sort of thing. And I used something called Magic. It's just called Magic. Is it called Magic Music Visualizer? About Magic Performer. It's like just like $50 software that allows you to, I guess, just organize. You could create like audio visuals in it, but really how it's useful is, for me, is putting together GLSL visuals into a playlist rather than loading them in some sort of difficult way. Okay, so yeah, you could get it on SoundCloud, as you can see up here. Yeah, Shader Toy is an amazing site for that, if you ever just want to look at people's GLSL stuff. But anyway, the music is amazing. And yeah, I have used ZGE and FL. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's interesting. It's I don't think I've dove in that much, but yeah. All right. Next up. I suppose this is about as close to like being a radio announcer as you could be. All right, here we go. Again, just so anybody new coming in here, this is not a contest. It's just a party. There is no winners or losers. Here we go. I like that noise burst at the end. I dig that. Yeah, that's I like how I like it when people are kind of vulnerable with melody in a way like that. Like that's like I feel like most people when they start making music, like I have a good friend who is an amateur musician, and I respect him so much because he just is so openly melodic, where most people are just like, a lot of people, especially in electronic music, when they start making music, they're just like, well, I'm not into melody that much. I'm more into just, making beats and, little things like that. And they kind of just skirt around it and avoid it. And I respect it so much when you can tell that like somebody's just going head on into the melody world, and that's pretty good. Like, yeah, that there's some good changes there too. Yeah, I dig it. Awesome. Bring my Discord back down here and type out the new name. Ooh, I may have to copy and paste this one. Okay, no, I'm just stupid. I think I have this right. I don't know if this might be like two different artists or what's going on, but yeah. I don't know if anybody could hear that, but like literally the worst sounding car I've ever heard in my life. It drove around outside. Wow, that person should be proud. Uh-oh, nice. Yeah, I dig this. This is sounds like so much fun to make too, doesn't it? Like that's like yeah, like that's, well, yeah, like that inspires me to be like for example, I was just doing a review, or I guess like a product feature earlier today and yesterday, and I kept finding myself like getting lost in it, just making like more noisy stuff, and then just being like, oh, I gotta get back to it, and then I probably should spend more time on the noisy stuff. All right, that was milky. Next up, nice. I dig that. It reminds me of it brought me back to, oh man, what was the video? There's this like DLC content for Far Cry 3 where you're like an action movie guy with a metal arm. And it was really funny. Like the DLC was really funny and really fun. Oh man, I don't remember. Was it Far Cry 5? And I feel like Far Cry 4 just didn't do well enough to have that much DLC content. God, now I can't remember the name of it. But Blood Dragon, yes, that. Yes, Blood Dragon. And that gave me Blood Dragon vibes. Yeah, that was a beautiful beautiful short experience of a game, or of a... There's a new Far Cry coming out, isn't there? I think they're going to show the first footage of it soon. All right. Yeah, that's it. Wow. 2013. That's a long time ago. It really felt like I just played it. All right, here we go. I really dig that. Yeah, that's really good. I really like the sevenths as well. So I see that on there. What contact library was that? Did somebody mention? Sorry, I can't scroll up without screwing up the thing. Yeah, that was great. It was great, buttery chords. I digged it. All right. New title. Oh, okay, the world instrument. Got it. I don't know if this is... I have like two versions of this person's name, and I don't know if... So I'm just going to put this... Oh, there's a video for this one too. made by ZoomZip. I wonder how I play a video. Let's save this one for last. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe let's play. No, you know what? Let's figure this out right now. I can do it. Let's see. I'm sure I could just play a video, right? Sure. A VLC video source. Nah, come on. There's got to be a media source, right? That'll do it. I didn't even think of this. Okay. I'm going to become an OBS whiz. All right, let's see if this does it. It does. That, I don't know if, okay, wait. Okay, yeah, there's audio that I'm not playing. And this is too big, too small. Perfect. Okay, cool. I'm going to have to restart this just because I goofed. And yeah, I don't hear it. Do you guys hear anything with this? I'm sorry. Did you hear music there? I think OBS might just be like muted. I just want to make sure that I'm not. All right, let's figure all this out. Sorry. Yeah, okay, so we all heard it. Okay, well, this is cool. This is a good idea. All right, let me start over and actually enable the sound. Disable that and try. Maybe it'll start over. I can't hear it though. That's the problem. So let's try this again. That's not the beginning, is it? Yes, it is. Okay. I can find out this way. Got it. Okay, now I could hear it on that end, and I'm just gonna have to like loop it through. This looks really cool. I wish I prepared for this. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that there is a video file here. Okay, let's go. Okay. I'm like still behind. I'm hearing what very weird time travel thing, isn't it? Like I'm hearing what the rest of YouTube's hearing. That's the only way I could listen to it. And now I'm hearing myself speak, so I guess we're back up. Okay, great. That was awesome, by the way. Sorry that I butchered its presentation with my lack of setup. Yeah, amazing work. Yeah, that was nice. I like those vibes. I wanted to go away. Well, like there's a big chance that it would have like come back to me, and I would have just been in the backyard laying down, and that would have been the end of that. That would have been the end of the stream. I would have just been not going in the yard to see you guys. Although maybe it wouldn't have been like that because I have I live in Georgia, so I would have just gotten destroyed by mosquitoes and other insects. All right. Let's type in this next artist. I should have probably muted that first. Or not muted, but, hid that. But I got nothing to hide. This is how I'm doing things. I also can't type today. All right. There we go. Ready, go. That was excellent. I really dug that. Yeah, I really like that. Wow, really good stuff here. I'm impressed. I'm deeply impressed. What a bunch of talented music makers. All right. Here we go. That was pretty great. Again, unexpected vocals. I love unexpected vocals. So much better than expected vocals. Yeah, that was great. Everything about that was great. What a bunch of great music. Now if only I was great at organizing this monitor. I would say I should do this every week, but at that point I would just become like a radio DJ, wouldn't I? All right, this next one. This graphic fits.
Oh, God. Solo de Chablamo.
Very nice. That was excellent. That was excellent and wonderful and fast and energetic. And one more. Only one more. Hopefully I am not doxing anybody this time. That would not be good. Definitely dig that. That's great. Love the distorted reverb. That gives me ideas. I really like that. That is awesome. I'm trying to figure out what else to play. Without getting a copyright strike, either on myself or by somebody else. Yeah, that was really great. I'm just going to keep saying that over and over again. That was really great. That was really great. That was really great. I feel like I just need some form of music visuals, so I just need some form of maybe I'll play that long modular track again. Definitely need to research what requires an epilepsy warning. Yeah, I don't really know. I've never even thought about it before. Oops. Yeah. Yeah, we need... So, this was like a first run for all of this. Yeah, and I do think it would be a good idea for the next time we do it, for people to have some sort of temporary website where their information can be accessed for future music and things like that. So just people could buy their music or support their music or listen to more of their music or whatever it is that they want to do. Yeah, great job. I'm really impressed. I not that I expected anything bad, but I did not expect it to be that good. I'm blown away. Yeah, this is a song called Hurricane Loop. And it's a tape decaying a piano. Definitely not as accomplished as most of the stuff you'll hear. It's basically just playing with a tape decay, or a very long tape that's looping. Two tapes that are looping. And then splitting it in between two different ears. So, very Steve Reichish. And then one instrument comes in, and then another instrument comes in on another loop, and so by the time you have a full sounding orchestra, everything else is already decayed. I mean, I'll play it. I'll just let it play out for a bit. It does evolve into something that actually sounds cohesive, other than just two distorted pianos. Trying to make a graphic that's like fits the audio. There, that's about moody enough, right? This goes on forever, by the way. It's like not a short track at all. I probably should have chosen something else. You could actually find this on my old SoundCloud, I think. I think it's still up there. In like 2019, 2018, I did a lot of weird things like this. I could also put this on my Patreon if it's not yet. I know that I put 6 Air Machines. I did another one that was kind of like, essentially, I mean, I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's another super long track, but it essentially sounds like this. And it's just a bunch of like wind instruments. This one has a name, like a proper name. But they're just sort of like meditative pieces or something like that. I would say it's more like, more Steve Reichish. Like I'm obviously always been a big fan of Steve Reich, but he's definitely like try and be more percussive than, I guess they're melodic, but yeah, try and like be percussively melodic with melodic instruments. I don't know. I'll put it on my Patreon. Yeah, I'll put this on my Patreon. I think this is on my Patreon. And I'll put Hurricane Loop on there. The last one that you heard. Oh, you know what? Here, I got one. I got one to close this off. Oh, here, actually, while I'm loading up that one, this is live in Atlanta. Speaking of Stephen Reich, I might get copyright stricken for this. With the loop pedal, I played, yeah, this is just live from the PA. Like, you don't hear the audience. Like, this is just right out of the mixer. and I attempted to play. I may have fucked up really bad. I attempted to play a Steve Reich song through a looper with like my guitar effects, just improvising. Like this is Counterpoints. It's an actual Stephen Reich piece. Yeah, it's a real shame that live music ended and I can't improvise things like that anymore. But speaking of that, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel the way I do if I performed shows. I don't know. Although I thought about maybe if I like performed a couple more shows, if I had like just a few dates, I could actually make a tour video out of that, a how-to tour. All right, I'm looking for one last thing to play that I'm not even gonna. Well, here I'll put up the title first. Okay. So let's see if I can find it. It's somewhere in here. I have a lot of odd neural things. Oh, here. This isn't the song, but here's in my.
This is my voice after only 2 epochs in an audio neural network. However, as I keep training it, it'll sound more and more like Ben Jordan. I thought maybe it would sound better as I said things like botched or synthesizer. Hopefully after more iterations it will improve.
Yeah, so that's like some of the things in this AI folder of mine, where I was doing text to speech but with my own voice, resynthesizing it. Oh, come on, it's got to be in here somewhere. I made the title and everything. Oh, come on. I hope it's in here. I'm trying to think what year it would be from. Okay, so one of them, this isn't the one I wanted to show you, but this is another one. This was like a failure of the same concept. Like it's totally nonsensical. Okay, I found it. All right, I found the real one here. Here we go. Oh, before I continue this, I also want to point out that this is like, so like this definitely isn't like you put in the MIDI and you run a bunch of epochs and then you have a song. It's more like you put in the MIDI, you run a bunch of epochs on a bunch of different GPUs, or a bunch of GPUs, and then you choose the best of, 500 songs, and then you add you mix it. Like I had to engineer it, and I had stems and stuff like that. So anyway, without further ado, a AI trying to be me based on all of the MIDI data that I could possibly feed it from all of my flashbulb songs and everything else. got a lot of windows open. So, the story of this is it spit out stems. The reverb was just MIDI CC automation. However, the synths that you hear is actually from Magenta. So first of all, I've linked this in the comment section. And you could get started here. And at some point in the future, if you look back at some of my videos, like the AI music making, I actually share some collab notebooks that sort of do this with just piano stuff, for example, like just making piano stuff. And you could actually, without any coding experience, you could just press play and execute the code in the collab notebooks. But again, this is like very, you know, this sounds like it's a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? It sounds like it's a press play and get music option, and it's 100% not that. Like it's more work than just creating a song yourself in almost every way. So the reason I had this open is because I wanted to show you that you can go to like, I'm trying to think, like if I were to go to, really? Airbnb, really? How much is your company worth? And that just happened. Dear. So like, let's say, because people are talking about a meetup, right? Like a musician meetup. And I've thought about this quite a bit. So like, let's say like September 8th through, I don't know, 13th. Actually, that's a weekend. Let's go from like, all right. And then let's go with 16 adults. So for like, yeah, like $450 a night, which split up, you know, with a bunch of people. Maybe this isn't the best one. There's some that are like, yeah, like look at this. Like you could ride a balloon. I don't know if you actually can or not, but yeah, you get like this outlook. You have this space outside, all these hot tubs and stuff. You have like, yeah, it's just generally a massive mansion where a bunch of people can have common areas and their own bedrooms and stuff like that. And it's like if everybody chipped in, this is actually cheaper than staying in a hotel or an Airbnb by yourself. And you get to stay in this lush, amazing places. And there's a bunch of these places way up in the mountains in Georgia. I'm trying to find the ones. I've seen some that have like 10 bedrooms. Yeah, like this one has 7 bedrooms. This one has 7 bedrooms and a private lake. I mean, this is some massive fun that would be. And I realize that it seems opportunistic for me to be like, yo, come to Georgia. But Atlanta is the biggest and busiest airport in the entire world. Hey, I know a little bit about those animals. Yeah, Atlanta is the biggest and busiest airport in the world, so you can get direct flights there from pretty much everywhere outside of COVID. Once COVID's over, that is. Like once we're beyond that and things open up, it's very, very easy and cheap to fly to Atlanta. Yeah, so you can fantasize about that for anybody that is a member of my Patriot. Did I just see 10 bedrooms? Oh my God, look at this one. This one is a private chapel. Oh, wow. Now look at this. This is like, you can pray. We can start a cult. Oh my God. Look at that. Amazing. We got fake cowboy people playing pool. Look at pans. We could hit each other over the head with pans. Some deep HDR going on here. Yeah, so this is my thought process. This one doesn't seem to have like a crazy lake or a pool. I mean, if we wanted to die, we could jump off that. Yeah. I mean, imagine playing some like outdoor sets. Maybe not in this spot necessarily, but like in that other. Ooh, Look at that. It's like a nice little vineyard vibe. But like in some of the other ones that I saw, it was like there's definitely like some stage areas and stuff like that. Yeah, and these are like up in the mountains, and it's just gorgeous up there. And yeah, so anyway, food for thought. It's not totally out of reality for it's not totally out of reality to have some sort of meetup. We would just need to have enough people confirmed to, cover the overall cost, because some of those places are like $1,000 a night. But yeah, I'm down. So, or maybe it could be a Patreon tier. Actually, that's not the worst idea in the world. Like, just to collect the money, like just make like $1,000 Patreon tier, and that gives you like the entire week. Yeah. Actually, I don't want to give that money to Patreon, but so if you go up north, like in those mountains that I just searched in, and like I just searched Helen, Georgia, because that's like a city up there, and it's just generally, if you go up, it's like 10 degrees cooler than it is here. So like July is going to be hot, August is going to be hot, but it's not going to be like, the worst thing in the world. It's not going to be like the desert or something. It's it'll be okay. And I feel like by the time you get to October, you run the risk of it actually being a little bit too cold or rainy or something. But yeah. Anyway, it's an idea. Or I could just talk my parents into having a music festival on their property. I'm sure they'd have no issue with that whatsoever. Yeah. So yeah, this idea initially was something that was a bit like what's the word? I don't know. I guess the idea that initially was actually to have creators. This was like right before COVID. I was talking about it at NAMM. Like, what if we had a bunch of creators come, and what if we had like companies foot the bill and, to have us to like sponsor products and sponsor the thing, and people like myself and Simon Magpie and Loop Pop and stuff like that. But obviously COVID happened and it kind of fell apart. And I think that at that point too, it's just more work than fun, and I would want to have fun. But yeah, meet in Madison, Wisconsin. We could go to Ho Chunk Casino. I feel like if anybody's actually from Madison, they're going to be surprised that I know about that. Anyway. Well, this was fun. I'm glad we did this. A little reminder that there's going to be a contest coming up shortly. Probably June 1st is when I'm going to announce the details, if I can actually figure out a way to like host the music by then. And it will not be part of this Sim Selections thing. It will be a public contest, songwriting contest that will be judged by multiple people and the public. And there will be a prize of a lot of money. Enough. It'll be a prize of enough money to fly you out to one of these mansions I just looked at and rent it out for at least a day. Like it'll be a good sum of money. Yeah. So, keep that in mind and stay tuned for that. And then, we will be doing sim selection things in the future. And I think that, let me look at my calendar. I believe that my next stream will have something to do with my announcement. It will be commenting on my announcement and answering questions based on it. And I will have a guest. I hate teasing information this much. I really do. But I, am leaking out the information that I can until everybody's on board to make an announcement. How much does a Moog 1 cost? Let's find out. I don't know. Doesn't somebody else know this? Moog 1 MSRP. Yeah, that's a fucking expensive synth. Jesus. I don't want to like open up my documents. No, I don't think it's Moog 1 money. It's close. Like it might be Polybrute money. Yeah. I don't have enough money for a Moog one. I don't think I would take. Well, of course I guess I'd take one if they sent one over, but I don't think they would because that's like way for my channel at least. What else did somebody ask here? Can we all do acid together? I'm not going to comment on that live on a stream. I don't know anything about. What do you mean? Like sulfuric acid? Yeah. Anyway, so this should be a good week. And also, I have a video. I'm editing a video right now. So I have a new video coming out as well. We're back, baby. Yeah. All right. So, thank you, everybody. I think I'm just gonna leave now. I don't know. I don't really have anything else to offer. I'm just gonna go back to work and have some whiskey. All right. Well, everybody, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. I'll see you on June 1st, and I'll also see you most likely with a video upload soon. And you'll be seeing a whole lot of me very soon. And, all right. Love you, everybody. Bye.